Hey guys,
I'm Hallee,
and I'm Jamie.
and this is Literal Nonsense. Welcome back to Deluxe Krabby Patties.
Oh, I would love a burger. Just a burger, not a Krabby Patty, but whatever. Alright, hello
We
friends.
should try grilled cheeseburger.
I should do that. I want to. That sounds delicious actually. So,
Hey.
aside for us being fat fucks, we are here to cover a book today. Because that is what we do on this podcast.
So awkward. That was such an awkward transition.
I loved it. I felt good about it. I felt strong. So today we're doing Reckless. Woohoo! New book.
Yeah.
I didn't have my dust jacket on, in my room, but I put it on just because I figured you also wouldn't have it on, so I figured one is better than none. Okay, great.
Look how
So-
cute my bookmark is.
Let's see.
My coworker got it for me.
I can't see it. Is it just... Oh, cute. I was only looking at the back, and I was like, it's not
Oh,
very...
sorry.
I was like, it's
looking
fine,
at it.
but I was like, it's fine. It's not that cute, but that is very cute.
It's wood.
It's a little cat. So this is book, I guess, 2. When it's a novella, is it like point whatever?
It's a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the full book 2 of the Powerless series, because I guess the novella was like 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, book 2. This is, I think, the smallest book of the series in length.
Yeah, full books, yeah.
So...
Wait, also, breaking news. She's coming out with another novella.
Why? Why can't we just read a fucking full series? It's so annoying to me.
I just saw that on Instagram, unless that's fake news, I don't know. But they were like, oh yeah, I'm going to whatever, and the novella's gonna come out. Like, I wonder what she's gonna do for it. I was like, bro, what?
Okay, we'll let you guys know next episode if that's true or not, because I need to investigate this
Which
now.
intrigues me, because how did the book end? How did book 3 end?
But unless,
Now there's a novella?
She may have also, in theory, I don't know what order she published. What if she wrote Adina's novella after this? It could just be, additions to the stories. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean maybe that, book 3 ends crazy. It could just be, who fucking knows? I don't know. I'm intrigued, though. I'm intrigued. Alright, so I guess we'll see.
It's giving trying to stay relevant. Anyways.
Fair. So, this book... So for this part, we're going to do, again, the first half of the book. In this case, it is pages 1 through 202, chapters 1 through 27. So it's a little bit more than halfway just because we wanted to get to, a good stopping point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the last book ended with Kai and Paedyn being,
So close.
hateful lovers.
They were so close to having it all.
Yeah.
And then Paedyn went and killed his father.
So Paedyn killed the king because she hates him, but she also then found out that Kai killed her father, so now they both killed each other's fathers. I feel like there's no coming back from that.
No, and now Kit is a villain.
I like Kit's villain era, we'll talk about it,
Yeah.
but I'm actually not mad about it.
I know, but I feel bad that he is where he's at. But I love it as well. As from a reader's perspective.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do feel bad for him as a person, but as a character, I'm perfect.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So, the last book ended, Paedyn was running toward the Scorches.
Mm-hmm.
She's going probably to the city of Dor, which we know is non-magic. So Ilya is the only city that has elites. Mm-hmm. Everywhere else is just normal fucking people.
Yeah, and they gave us some more history of the story,
which I enjoyed.
How did we get here?
Yeah. Okay. So
should we start with that maybe?
Why not?
Do a little toss up.
Yeah, sure. Let's give a little history lesson.
Yeah. All right. History 101, a literal nonsense podcast.
We are history majors.
The founding of Ilya.
Tell us about it, Hal.
Not the founding, but anyway. So they've been under this elite society for 37 years.
Yeah.
Because of Kai's dad.
Yes.
The king. So this plague comes, and it makes some people to have these, like, new powers, which they've never seen before. Everyone was just normal before.
Mm-hmm.
Then this plague comes, and the people who survived had these powers, and I guess some people just by luck of the draw.
Right.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, it was like a result of this plague, which is interesting, but fine.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Almost like a mutant moment.
Yeah, like a side effect.
Yeah. I was thinking of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
But like fair. Yeah.
Anyways.
Like a Spider-Man moment.
Yeah. Which, okay, cool. But then they like were doing history search or whatever, and they were finding that the people who didn't have powers were like infectious towards the elites.
Again, like they're telling us the history as is like.
But they said like they just said like that it was proven.
Right,
but they didn't like go into like how was it proven.
Right, and this is also like the written history. So then I'm sitting here like Paedyn said, sure, if non-elites like have children with elites, like they might not have powers. So like yes,
yeah,
but like is it actually that they're diseased? I'm speculating no. Like I think it's like propaganda.
Well, yeah, if you just think of any like Punnett Square. That's what happens through generations.
Right, but like that should also be like the people's choice. Like if that's your vibe and you like want to like sleep with someone who's elite, like kind of like fucking like Pure Bloods in Harry Potter. You know what I'm saying? Like if your choice is like you want elite children and you want to go find an elite, fine. But if like you fall in love with someone who doesn't have powers and you don't care, that should be like a choice, not like let's kill these people. Like I feel like that should just be like there's
death to all.
Yeah, like I feel like it should be a choice of like if you're like a stuck up asshole and you want to only have like cool powerful kids, fine, that's like your prerogative. I feel like that should be where it stopped, not like let's mass murder these human beings, but here we are, fine. And everyone,
fiction mimics reality.
Also everyone was just like yes, like that's what I guess really gets me is like the king said this and no one was like no.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But I guess not because these people have these powers, you know. How are you know, regular Joe Schmo gonna be able to defend themselves against fucking the Hulk coming at them?
Right.
You're done.
You're all a bunch of assholes, basically is my point. But yes, whatever. So, yeah, we got like that history, which I liked. I liked a little more background because it's fun. And it also explained to us why the other two cities, Dor, and I forget the other one. Let me see if it's on the map.
Isn't it like Tanga or something?
Tando.
Yeah.
So Dor and Tando. So they don't have any elite people. But they also were explaining how the reason the king was so, like, fucking up in arms about having elites is because Ilya was, like, the weakest city.
Oh,
so now they all were like, finally, like, we can, like, have power. Like,
yeah. And then literally shat on everybody and then, like, segregated themselves from...
But exactly, like, that's what Paedyn's point was, okay, great, you kept all these elites, but because of how you're shunning everyone, we don't have any trade partners now, that's why we have the slums,
yeah, why people, like, it's, like, Paedyn actually pointed out, like, they're, like, in dire straits right now.
Right. Like, they're almost making, what's it called when, a siege, right?
Mm.
Like, they're, like, sieging themselves.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, outside help. And they're like, it's fine. Like, not really.
Yeah.
So, we got that history. Now, Paedyn's on her way to Dor because she's like, well, I need to go be safe. I just fucking killed this guy. Okay, fine. And, of course, Kit is sending Kai after her. Which, I feel as though Kit should probably have thought about this. Like, they both love her.
But it's like it's also a test for Kai, you know?
But, like, fuck you, Kit. You go fucking get her.
He's the villain now! Don't you see?
But my point is Kit wouldn't go get her.
Oh my
he
God,
would also pussy out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why I'm like, is this bitch gonna get back to the castle? Because I want to see what Kit does. I think he's gonna make her...
I agree. I'm curious.
His...
I hope so. But I don't know. I don't know if Kit has it in him. I think Kit's kind of a bitch. I wish that for Kit. Like...
No, this is young adult. They don't have that. They don't have
yeah, I guess. But I think that'd be fun for Kit, but at the same time...
That'd be fun.
I don't think Kit has it in him, if I'm being honest. Kit doesn't got the balls. Okay, but so Kai's following her across the fucking desert. She's dying. She's like fucking bleeding
she has
out.
A wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like kind of like hysterical.
Well, because, and I guess honestly, wait, hold on. I'm like forgetting a little bit. But before she gets to the Scorches, there's like interactions with like she's hiding at her old house. Kai burns it down. He chases her. That's how she gets the wound.
We skipped right over all that.
I mean, we did skip it, but like, is it that important? Like,
no.
It's like they're chasing it. It's like a cat and mouse game.
Yeah, cat and mouse game for sure.
I do think
not a dark romantic one.
No, oh, I know. I hate saying that term even. I do think what was interesting.
I mean, it was crazy. She was in the fucking. Somebody breaking into your house?
No. I think we would know. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so... Oh, yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, was I going to say what I thought was interesting?
Yes.
Or what I enjoyed?
Probably.
I did enjoy... She was, like, in the chimney.
Yes.
Setting the house on fire.
But you know what I also enjoyed?
I was like, wow, that's so fitting.
What I also enjoyed that part as well is, like, he's, like... Okay, it's a little dramatic, for sure, but I did enjoy that he's, like, having this dialogue.
With himself.
But he's pretty much, like, saying, like, I haven't found the courage to kill her yet. And I was, like, that tugged at my heartstrings a little.
Yeah. I will say, though, however, that since we recorded and we talked about the last book, the first one, now I'm cringing more and more when Kai talks.
Speaks? Okay.
And I'm getting really upset because I don't want to cringe. But
okay.
I'm like, oh my god. Again.
Okay, so I'm agreeing. But okay, this is where I'm conflicted with this book. Let me, I guess, start with my overall feeling of it, and then maybe we'll have, like, supporting evidence. Because I can't, like, really even gather my thoughts for this book, is how I feel. Okay. Like, to talk about it, I'm like, I don't know where I feel.
Okay.
So, let me start with what I like so far. Mm-hmm. I like the setting change. I always love a fun, like, desert,
for sure,
city
all about
vibe.
It. Yes.
I like the setting change. I do like, in theory, the fact that he's the enforcer, he's been sent to kill her, but they're obviously in love with each other. Yeah. And I also like that it's not just, like, him hating her. I love that the book ended with them having reasons to hate each other. Mm-hmm. But, like, they're both then fighting their feelings for each other. Mm-hmm. So I like that in theory. Now, how it's done, however, with, like, the corny dialogue, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I like the vibe. Like, I also, for me, I think, in theory... Not that I like this book better than book one, but book one for me was, like, so, like, I've seen it before. Mm-hmm. Hunger Games, Trials, Red Queen, here we go. I like...
You know what to expect.
Yes. I like this vibe of he's the enforcer, they've killed each other's fathers, they have this, like, desire for each other, but they're, like, full of hatred for each other, but also full of love for each other. That's, like, unique to me. Mm-hmm. So I like that, and I like the setting, and I like the vibe, but it's also not hitting.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's too much emotion from him, I think. Listen, let's be honest. Girls love to say they want the vulnerable man, the one who will tell you all the deepest, darkest secrets and how you shine as bright as the moon. Bullshit.
All right. Oh, wait, what was that? It was, like, literally that was an exact quote.
Exactly. So, you know, in theory, girls love that shit. In practicality, if I had to listen, if I had somebody who spoke like Kai, like, in his inner thoughts to me daily, I'd probably be like, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up.
Yes. Like, there's one... Okay.
I don't know.
We'll get to that scene.
Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm trying to say here?
I do. So, I think I'm going to give you the exact example of a scene that you're going to feel that way about.
Okay.
So, He chases her across the desert.
Oh, we forgot to say a giant thing from before all this.
Oh, tell me. What did
they fucking have their first kiss on the roof.
What? Okay, wait. That's what I was going to say. Was that...
Before?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's after the fight. I was getting there. Okay, so that's the point I knew you were going to hate. Okay, yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page. Okay, so he chases her across the desert.
Yeah.
She's, like, bleeding out. I do like a little desert adventure and, like, trying to survive, so I didn't mind that. Also, she was alone, so no cringe.
Mm-hmm.
She gets to door. There's bounties out for her head everywhere. Yeah. And it's, like, indoor because...
She's actually not safe like she thought she would be.
Correct. And indoor, it's also... like the hair colors, like the crazy shit that everyone has in Ilya.
Oh yeah.
They don't have indoor, so...
They're just normal.
Right, they're just like basic, normal humans. And so her silver hair would give her away. So she's like wearing like a scarf, which is like very much the desert fashion. She's fine, she's great. So she goes and needs to make money, so she signs up for like these like fighting pits, which I also love for her. Mm-hmm. That was also a good vibe.
Yeah. I love
how did you feel?
I like a good fighting pit.
How did you feel good about that part?
Yeah, I love like a little underground.
Yeah.
Illegal like.
Yeah.
Fun little shit.
Yeah, so that was great.
Like even like in Crescent City, like the Viper's Den.
Fantastic.
Like I don't know, it's like GTA.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like a little GTA moment.
It was okay, and I actually feel like sidebar describing the Viper's Den as GTA was like exactly how I imagined it. So thank you. Perfect.
You're welcome.
This one's probably not as, like,
I'm so glad I made that connection after we covered this story.
Yeah, right. So, go back to those episodes and act like we said that then. So I like that. So she met this guy, Raphael. He's, like, her, like...
He's the boss.
Her fight pimp.
Basically.
She's fighting, whatever. Now, Kai is, like, looking for her. He finally gets to door behind her. He's looking for her.
He finds her because he's dragged there by the girl that he saved.
The little redheaded girl.
Which I thought was like a full circle moment.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this book has so much potential. Like, I love that. Like, she made it to door. She kind of tied up that little bow.
Yeah. Your cat's freaking out.
Yes, my cat is freaking out. He's so confused. It's okay, buddy. Anyways, but see, like, that's what I'm saying. As an author... like, plot points and stuff, and, like, the vibe, I'm like, yeah, you got it. But I think, again, if we were 15, this writing, we would be like, this would be our dream man.
Yes. You know what would be interesting is, like, do you think that's, like, this might sound really fucked up or ignorant right now, but I'm being just genuine. Does that have to do with, like, a rating level? Like, you know what I mean? Well, like a young adult written at like a 15-year-old like reading level, you know what I mean? By standards.
But here's my thing, and I think
So do you think we're just like we're beyond that, you know?
But I don't know, because I feel like this is me and Hallie's.
We're at graduate level reading.
But here's my thing, and we always have this conversation. Whoa. And we talk about, is young adult for a younger reader XYZ?
Oh yeah.
I don't know though, because they consider young adult like
I just think it's, like, just not sex.
What I'm saying, like
a PG movie.
Correct. It's, like, non-adult topic. So, like, sex, drugs, yada, yada, yada. My thing is I don't think it... I think a lot of the books, it feels like it equates to reading level. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Because, for example, good young adult books are, like, Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Twilight in theory. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel this way about those books. So I think nowadays, young adult books, like, yes, it very much also equals reading level. I don't think it's supposed to, though. Because, yeah, I do feel like, alright, you're being dramatic. This is what a 15-year-old would love.
Yeah.
So maybe they kind of, like, that's just their audience. I don't know. Because... And here's the moment...
We need to ask Lori Gilmore.
Yeah, like, Lori, help us. We'll just bring it back to Lori. Yeah, we'll bring it back to Lori Gilmore every single time. Yep. Here's my thing, and I'm circling back to, like, finally getting to this point that I think was probably both of our, like, first main hang-up with this book. So he goes to the fighting pit, he finds her. He challenges her, and so she runs. Like... they agree to fight, and then
Does
she runs.
Shadow have one more fight left in him?
Which, yeah. So she fucking says, like, yes, I'll fight you, and then she runs out, and so he chases her.
Because she recognized his voice, and she was like, oh, fuck.
Right. So now they meet on this rooftop.
Oh, yeah, this is where they have their first kiss.
They meet on this rooftop. Basically, they make this agreement, and they say, if you beat me, I will come back to Ilya with you. Mm-hmm. If Paedyn wins...
You let her go free.
And, like, never see me again. See you fucking later, dude. Now they kiss.
So, while I was reading this scene, my initial thoughts were, please don't kiss, please don't kiss, please don't kiss.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I did not want them to have their first kiss this way.
I also felt like it was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah. But I didn't feel any...
No.
Like, you know that more passion, more fire, more passion. Like, yes. I didn't feel any of that.
I will say the whole, like, biting thing I enjoyed, because, like, I feel like they're definitely, like, kind of people who bite and want to bleed in each other's mouths and shit. I see that for them. But I was a little, like, it was weird. Like, I felt like their first kiss was definitely, like, hate-filled and weird, but it, like, didn't match the moment.
No. Because there wasn't, like, any... I would think from the vibe that I get from them, regardless of what would happen, the kiss will end up being, like, a moment of passion.
Agreed.
And it wasn't even, like, a hate-filled passion.
No, it was just kind of like a lackluster...
Yeah, like, we should do this and get it over with. And
so,
then, like, pretend we're confused about where we stand, you know? Like, that's how it came off to me.
So we're obviously gonna slowly, like, get to this point. I think their second kiss should have been their first kiss.
Yes.
So, again, we'll chronologically get there, but I just want to mention that now, and then we'll get to that moment. So, they have this weird kiss. They're bleeding, bizarre, and they're like, let's go fight each other. And I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. So they go fight. He wins. Because they both rip each other's masks off, and everyone's like, the Enforcer! The Silver Savior! Yeah. We hate them fucking both!
Yeah.
And
so they had to, like, escape.
So he escapes with her.
Which, okay, great. Obviously, they're going to have to end up working together. Like, I figured that was going to end up happening.
So, but then it's like a weird back and forth, which actually I didn't mind so much.
Yeah.
But so he's taking her across the desert with his people. Mm-hmm. They're, like, almost at Ilya. Yeah. They could, like, see it.
Yeah.
And then her fucking...
They get ambushed by Lenny.
The Resistance.
And well, what's left of the Resistance.
Right.
So what... Okay, this is what I was confused about. The person who was running the Resistance.
Yes.
What is his fucking name?
Calum. Okay, we're gonna get there too. Wait, this was like the most random chapter.
Yes!
Okay, we're actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter chronologically where we say this, so let's just say it now. Okay, so in the last book, this guy Calum's introduced as the Resistance leader.
Yeah.
He has a daughter, yada yada. Okay, fine. Now Lenny, they save Paedyn, and he's like, Calum's been taken. He's in the castle.
Yeah.
So you're like, Calum's fucked. He's in prison.
Mm-hmm. And he's what is his power? A mind reader, right?
Yes. So, okay. So in this book, we're also getting sporadic Kit chapters.
Yeah, this was like the one part of the book where I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Like, this is the one thread that's really pulling me, you know?
So we've had some Kit chapters. Now Kit is, again, in his villain era. We see him...
We're just watching him spiral.
Yeah, he's just honestly in his room, not eating, being like a dickhead. Okay, fine.
I like how he dumps his food out the way.
Yeah, Kit's just not doing good.
What the fuck?
But...
That's so funny.
What was...
And Kai's mom isn't doing good.
Yeah, she's dying. I mean, what the fuck
What is she dying from?
A broken heart. Is that why? Probably. I'm only kidding, but I don't think I
am. Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Because they were like, she's beside herself. I don't know. Could you be... And it's not long before she, like, goes as well. I'm like...
Yeah, I'm like, damn, bitch, I feel like you're, like, 50 only.
I don't know. Is it capable to love somebody that much? I don't know.
I don't fucking know. Well, she does, so... They probably have to, like, you know, kill her off and be like, alright, we're done with her.
You have to give Kaya another reason to hate Paedyn.
Yeah, right. But, okay, so Kit's chapters, so he's, again, spiraling. We're kind of learning more about what's going on at home through his chapters, which I like that that's going on. It's like a plot device. But in one of these chapters, fucking randomly thrown in, he's speaking to his most trusted advisor, and it's Calum. And I'm like, our Calum?
So is he a double agent? Is he the one on the inside?
I think yes. I gotta find it too. I literally was like,
Here we go. So remember, I underlined it. And he's saying that his last suggestion was absurd at best, an absurdity that I'm foolish enough to consider. But before I can voice this or something else equally unwise, he's pulled a small box from his pocket and set it on the worn wood between us. So, first of all, what's in that fucking thing?
What's in the box? Yeah. I don't know.
So first, okay, this is what I was thinking. So first, I was like, oh, he's trying to marry him off somewhere.
Okay.
Or to someone, or whatever.
I'm just still shook that this was plopped in here.
I know, at first I thought it was like a wedding ring. Because I was like, okay. But then I was thinking, oh, maybe it's his, like, a ring of his father's, of, like, the king ring, you know? The ring the king wears. So I thought maybe it was, like, his to, like, finally, like, mark, like, him stepping into his power because he hasn't left the study or whatever. Then I was like, nah. Then I thought it was a cyanide pill. And that he'd have to commit suicide.
So it's a box that fits in his hand. So it can't be
that big.
A lot.
No. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so...
What could be in the box?
Literally calls him by his name, and...
I felt like this was so dropped in there. Again, but I appreciated it. But I was reading it, and same thing. I had that moment of like, what?
Okay, but this is what I'm saying, though. Now I'm confused, because he says, you are now their king, which means you sacrifice who you were for who you need to be, and who you need to be it with.
Okay.
So, what if...
I don't mind this.
He, Kai... The plan is for Kai, when he brings back Paedyn, because they believe that, like, he will do it. Instead of going to kill her, it's to marry her.
Okay.
So maybe... I don't know.
I like this theory.
But, like, wouldn't that also be counterproductive to what they stand for as a country? Ooh.
I don't know.
Elites versus ordinaries. Like, this chapter is very confusing.
Yeah, which I was more so like, what? But then I was like, okay, and then I forgot about it. Because, again, then we just kept moving on normally.
Yeah.
I like that theory. I'm interested. I have no theory. My brain was, like, blank. So I like that you had something.
I had a lot of thoughts.
Okay.
I was really trying to strategize.
Okay, but I like this. I like that you at least had something to offer, because I had nothing. So, yeah, thank God for Hallee. Okay, so, again, we learned this. That's, like, a big play in the Resistance. Okay, now, the Resistance, what's left of them, there's, like, 4 people. They save Paedyn, now they're going back to Door. I'm like, this fucking desert.
Which...
We're just walking back and forth and back and forth.
How far are we here? Like, is it walking, like...
It took her 5 fucking days to get there. I mean, when we're just walking back and forth.
Well, that's why I was confused with, well, she was on foot and she was hurt, right?
Yeah. And also she had a horse the second time with Kai.
Yeah. So, but, like, those chapters didn't seem like it took them
I just think
3 days or 2 days. It felt like they did it in a day.
No, I think probably like 2.
You think?
Yeah, because they camped out. They talked about it.
Yeah, that's true. And they had to sleep together. That was crazy.
So, like, again, there's good moments, right? That's where I'm like, ugh.
So I like it because there's the forced proximity aspect.
I know.
Of course. But, like, I just feel like the application is not there.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm at with this.
Like, it's like when you're painting, you have to use certain brush strokes for certain things. You're not going to stipple for the ocean, unless, I guess...
Oh my god, what terms you're using.
Oh, and
wow.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I agree. I think, again, like, it's all there. Like, I think, in theory, again, because this book is, like, different and new, and I like the vibes, I like this in thought better than the first one. But we've gotten cornier.
Yeah, like, I like the overall premise of this book, but not how it's actually given off.
Correct. So, now they're going back to Door. They go visit Lenny's mom.
Yeah, so this I also thought was just so fucking random. Not
There's
really.
like random half elite, half ordinary children.
Which,
fine.
okay, fine.
Because I'm sure that did happen.
Yeah, but
like, is it relevant?
That, and like, if it is, why wasn't it talked about sooner?
Well, I guess because they didn't even know about them. Because Kai didn't know about them. He was like, who are these fucking weird half people? Remember he was like feeling weird powers? He was like, oh no.
He was calculating their percentages.
Right.
Of like how much magic they had.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's never run into it. Like, they escaped.
Well, yeah, but like if he walks through the slums or wherever, like I'm sure he would be able to pick up on that. No,
but I'm sure a lot of them fled. I don't know.
Before or like in hiding.
Yeah, because I guess they're probably like, fuck this, gotta go.
Yeah, I felt like that could have been. I don't know. I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it, but again, it's like, what was it needed?
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Like, I guess
maybe there will be relevance.
So I think the only relevance that I think that serves is like to give Kai like an example of like, you know, these aren't bad people. Like they shouldn't have to suffer because they're infected. You know, like I think it's more of like support for the opposing argument to like sway him to their side.
Right. Okay.
That's what I was feeling a little bit. That was like the only purpose that I could think of.
So, okay, so then they're there, which again, I don't not hate, whatever. Now this part was a little interesting to me. So they're with the resistance people, and, okay, fine. So, now he is their prisoner, right? Okay, so we're having like a little prisoner swappage. She was prisoner, now Kai's prisoner. Okay, fine.
Okay, also, wait, before we go any further, I'm also... Okay, now you got me in a mood where I just want to nitpick every single little thing.
Oh, jeez. Yay.
What did you do, Jamie? It's okay, I'll just be quick with this one. Her first introduction to Lenny, like, when he saves her...
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry. It's like whenever there's a cat around, like I gain ADHD.
I know.
Sorry, when Lenny is first introduced.
Like when she realizes it's him who's saving her and she like runs up to him and gives him the biggest hug and blah, blah. I was like, damn, they're mighty comfortable together.
I feel like they're like
So then I was like, OMG. Paedyn and Lenny would be crazy. Really just toss it all up.
I mean, I like this for her because she could have a brunette, a blonde, and a ginger. I think collect them all like Pokemon cards. Like, here's my thing. Okay, wait. Remember, wasn't Lori Gilmore telling us about, like, the reverse harem books?
Yeah.
I think we need to read one of those.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, I need a bitch who's like, why not? Let's do it all.
We need to read Zodiac Academy, bro. We need to read that.
This is young adult, so, like, I'm not expecting Paedyn just to go fucking banging everyone, but, like,
all her friends.
But part of me is, like...
It's literally all her friends.
I want that. We need to find a book. How do you know... Is Zodiac Academy
Zodiac
like that?
Academy is, like, very on par with that. It's, like, very messy. That and Magnolia Parks.
Okay, great.
But Magnolia Parks is, like, contemporary. Like, it's not fantasy.
I'm down for messy.
But Zodiac Academy is fantasy. They're like vampires and werewolves and angels and
messy
shit. And very messy. So what I've heard is that like the plot is so good, like it's crazy, but like their little interactions are like annoying like this.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I know. But I've heard that like a few times. I don't know. It's, you know, based on reader. All the people that I've heard that from are all kind of similar in like I would say reading styles.
Which us?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
So
I think let's bring it back to Lori Gilmore as per usual.
Yeah.
We gotta message her, and I gotta be like, what was the reverse harem book?
Yes.
Because I trust her wholeheartedly with my soul. Okay, great. So, yeah. Point being, I think Paedyn should just fucking throw like a reverse card and just fucking...
Reverse.
Go down a line.
That's crazy.
Like, she should have sex with Kai, have sex with Lenny, and then just walk into the palace and be like, I know you want me. And that should be it. End of series. Or, you know what I would love? Let's be authors. Wait.
Let's rewrite this.
No, not this one. That's how I feel about every fucking episode.
I know.
We should have, like, you know what would be fun? We have, like, a main character like this. Like, book 1, you set the scene. You got a Kai, you got a Kit, you got a Lenny, right? Then I think the 3 following books should be, like, 1 for fucking each of them. Go down the line, bitch. We get a love story per book.
Yeah, so I think I think that's what I'm telling you. I think Magnolia Parks is like that, and Zodiac Academy.
I'm into this shit. Alright. Is something wrong? Am I okay? Maybe I'm just hormonal and horny. I don't know.
Probably.
Alright, whatever.
I mean, you're pregnant.
So whatever. It's fine.
It's okay. I'm here for it. We should do it. Why not?
So nice. Well, Paedyn's not going to do that.
We are the writers of our own destiny.
That's right. Paedyn's not going to do that.
No, Paedyn honestly gives me Square vibes. I'm not going to lie. She gives me very, like, I don't know.
Is she the lame loser bitch?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So now, here's where I'm thrown off, because,
She's like generic, you know?
Yeah. But they're all generic in this book. Whatever, but it's fine. Yeah.
But, like, then you have, like, an Aelin from, like, Throne of Glass who's not generic.
Okay, here's my thing, what I think we really gotta do going forward for the next half of this book and the next book.
Yeah.
I think we gotta accept this book where it's at.
Okay,
I think we're accepting... No. I think we're expecting, like, too much.
We need to set our standards lower?
Yeah. Like, keep it at a cool 2.
Damn, really? That low?
I think that was just, like, a turn of phrase.
Okay.
Like, I think this is, like, a 3-star series.
Yeah.
So let's keep it at a cool 3, and, like, we shouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, but it's just fun to talk shit.
No, agreed. All I do, we literally made this to talk shit.
True.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I'm just saying. But here's where this scene, I was like, what? So, Kai is now prisoner again. I don't mind a little prisoner swappage.
Mm-hmm. Kai, yeah, I feel like you were trying to make this point 1,000 years ago.
I feel like I've tried to also make it 5 times since, but it's fine.
I just keep redirecting it. Anyways.
It's fine. I like it. It's like, we're just taking the long road to the pretty scene. And it's really, honestly, not even that good of a point. So.
Great. All this build-up for nothing.
Well, okay.
Okay, just say it.
So they're Kai's prisoner.
Kai's prisoner, yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, there's like a little flower, meaning there's like a break. Okay, thank you.
That annoyed me.
And it's like, my hands are still tied behind my back, but now they're tied to hers, and now they're captured. I was like, what do you mean? Who? And it was ended up being Raphael.
Yeah, so...
But I was like, there was no... Where's everyone else?
You want to hear my theory about what happens? Also, the amount of fucking spelling errors in this series is ridiculous.
No way.
Yes, bro. I've literally caught like at least 2 in this first half of the book, and there were a couple in the first one too.
Wow.
Like instead of like saying like, oh, he was going to bring this, it was like being this. You know what I mean? Like it should have said bring.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's your editor?
I love when I find
You can literally go on you can literally run this through Grammarly and it's gonna give you.
But I love when I find those. I highlight them usually because it makes me chuckle.
Yeah, but like, come on, bro. I'm trying to decipher your words as it is, with all this flowery Kai with all this flowery freaking writing.
Yeah. Okay, so Raphael. So what's
I
your
actually
theory?
don't want to know any of Kai's emotions going forward.
That's not gonna happen.
Raphael. Oh yeah, my theory. Well, I don't really think this is real, but I thought about this in the moment. It made me chuckle. I feel like she was like had to submit this, like, and it was like one of those like last minute things, and like by accident she just deleted a whole chunk of writing, and that's why there's just missing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It was just weird.
Well, yeah. So it just felt like very misplaced.
Yeah, I was like, why they?
I felt like we were missing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I don't mind that they got captured because I think then the scenes that followed like made sense.
Yeah.
And, like I liked it, but like why? How did we get here? We put a flower there and we were just here.
Well, yeah, and then you can also track back the whole like convenience thing, of
Yes.
Her actually stealing like the knife from him and then being able to fucking like hold him at knife point to make him her prisoner, and then all of a sudden Lenny and all them come, and then it's like now they're going to Door and now they're like falling asleep hanging out in Door, and then all of a sudden
Raphael gets them.
Yeah
So I didn't like the whole Lenny thing or whatever. I almost didn't.
Now where are they?
Right. I almost didn't mind the Lenny thing in the sense of if they didn't show up, I'd be like, where are they? Like, I'd be like, we just got rid of these characters.
Yeah.
I think this Raphael plot point, again, was definitely convenient to get to, like, the whole prison escape situation, which I didn't mind the prison escape thing. I wish that, like, we, like,
she goes up
slowly...
the stairs so slow.
I know. We love my cats. I wish the whole Raphael plot point was, like, yeah, like, a little drawn out and, like, got more explanation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, either way, weird. I mean, now this part, not gonna lie, I like this part. So they are in prison with Raphael, they escape. Fine, all of that was good.
Yeah.
They're, like, going through the sewers. Now, they get to, like, a dead end, and the water's rising, and they're gonna drown and die. Okay, fine. So, now, they kiss. Here.
Yeah.
This should have been their first kiss.
Mm-hmm.
It was, like, they're having, like, you know, deathbed confessions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fervent. Like a sinner's final prayer. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the passion.
Right.
You know, repentance. Like, oh, he tastes like longing, like regret and relief.
And then, you know, he's saying, I don't regret you or anything we did.
Yeah.
All confessions of two people suddenly aware of their imminent doom. But I melt at his words, mourn what could have been, and now I'll drown in the regret that it is him. Like,
yeah.
Great.
Whereas, like, literally, they kiss and then it was like, that was it. Like, their first one.
He's like, she bit me and I'm bleeding. Let's go fight.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Especially that you blue-balled us a fucking smooch.
Oh, wait, we also...
The whole first book. And then you did
just
that as their first one?
Just fucking...
I would have rathered... This was... Their second kiss was on page 189. I would have rathered you fucking make me wait a whole other half of book for them to kiss to do it here.
Yeah.
That would have made sense.
Yeah.
You also drew out the whole, like, hatred thing. Like, he's chasing her, and now they're about to die, and it's like... We still love each other.
Yeah.
Amazing. The first kiss was weird as fuck. Fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking for it. That's why.
Weird bitches.
Like,
Ooey.
I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it.
I 100% wasn't feeling it.
Because, like...
I texted you, and I was like, why are they fucking kissing?
I know.
Or no, actually, I texted Hallee, and I said, I like the vibe of this book. And then they kissed. I said, just kidding, and got weird as fuck real quick.
So, what I did like about... This is what I'm saying. I like the vibe, but not the application. So, I did like how she was trying to tie in this, like, concept of, you know, up here we are no one or nothing. Like, we don't have a title. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, yada, 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 yada. Which is great, but I just felt like it was misplaced.
Right, that was a weird
Or, like, it was
scene.
done way too soon.
Yeah, like I said, I think...
And then it was just, like, corny writing.
Yeah.
Ruined me.
Right. I literally was like, okay, yes.
It reminds me of, Invade Me. No, what's it? Yeah, Invade Me, right?
Yeah.
That's from,
What's it called?
that fucking freak book, right?
Not the freak book. Dude, yes.
Right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is from fucking Hunting. Right?
Or was it Colleen Hoover?
Ooh.
No, it was Colleen Hoover. Yeah.
She was the Invade Me?
Yeah, it was... Which ones did we read? Ugly Love, and what was the other one?
I think it probably was Ugly Love. And it ends with us. But I don't think it ends with us.
Yeah, so then it had to be
Ugly Love.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah,
I was like, what is this Invade Me shit? Like...
You know, I don't like it. Okay, agreed. And, like, here's my thing. Okay, realistically, right, no matter how hot the man is, like, he could be...
crash together.
He could be Henry Cavill. And if he's, like, ruin me, I'd be like... No, thank you. I'll fucking pass, Henry Cavill.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so I agree. But here's my thing, right? And I agree with this.
But then it's like, you know, I feel anything but ordinary with the prince on his knees before me.
Fine.
Like, okay, like, that's... You know, like, it's so, like...
It's give and take. It's good and bad. But here's my thing, and I agree with you.
This?
Being on the rooftop, being like, we're no one up here, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
That could have been their second kiss when they get back to the palace and other things are unfolding. I don't know. Who knows what happens.
Yeah.
First kiss, weird vibes. Their first kiss, again, it should have been, he's chasing her this whole time. He hates her. She hates him. And now they're about to...
hate.
Yeah, and now they're about to die and they're like, I don't hate you.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yes.
So they're smooching in the water, fine. They're about to die. Now...
In the feces water.
Right. Not the best kiss, but...
Because this is, like, medieval times. Do they, like... Actually, no, they are in a sewer, so it's, like, normal.
I guess. But yeah, I still imagined it like not like a upscale fucking sewer.
Yeah.
We don't got like top grade plumbing over here in the door.
It's like 1850s, not 2025.
Yeah. So she finds like a hole in the grate, and she's like, there's a grate there, whatever. So now she's digging out this grate trying to get there, and he's like pushing it aside. He uses his like last bit of energy to push the grate aside, and he like shoves her up. And then he starts falling and sinking and drowning. Okay, fine. She then dives in. She can't swim, but fine. She does mention like how she's like, I can't swim. But she like grabs him and like kicks off the bottom. So fine. So they get out of the sewer. I was like, wow, he saved you for you to fucking try to die again. Now, they get up to, like, the top, they're laying there or whatever, and she's like, we have to go. And he basically is saying to her, like, let's kiss again. He's just being a dramatic Kai bullshit, and I'm like, I'm not falling for it. I'm honestly reading her fall for it, and I'm like, you dumb fucking slut. So, he's about to kiss her, and then he, like, snaps on, like, an ankle manacle on, and then puts it on himself, and he's like, LOL, I knew you tried to escape, like, you're not getting away from me.
The old ball and chain.
So now we're going to end this part of the episode here and finish part 2 next episode. My thing is like, now where are we going, guys? Where are we fucking going?
I think they're going to end up going to Tandor.
Do you think so? Because
Yeah,
they have mentioned it.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know if we're going to get back to Ilya in this book.
Also, here's my thing. And
also, when is Mac coming into the story? Where is he getting his retribution, this poor kid?
Who?
Mac.
Who?
Mac.
Who's fucking Mac? Oh! But you don't even know if he does. Like, you're saying this like it's
I'm
factual.
speaking it into existence.
Well, that's why I was fucking confused.
Maybe they won't go to Tando. That's kind of far.
Okay, here's my thing.
It's like far in the opposite direction.
Here's my thing. And this is what Hallee was just saying about, like, I like the theory, but not the application. There's good scenes, right? In their chase back and forth with Cat and Mouse, they're in an inn, you know, he's caring for her.
The one bed trope.
Yeah, he's like fixing
that
her wound.
That though I was like, oh, she's just trying to do a checklist, bro.
But he was on the floor, so it kind of didn't even work.
Yeah.
He's like stitching her wound, making sure she's okay, and they're having these like intimate moments.
Yeah. And we also find out too that he used Lenny's ability to, like, hear what they were saying, and so he found out, like, the story of how she killed his dad, because he wouldn't outright ask her.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he's, like, piecing it all together, and, like, in that scene is, like, when he tells her, like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't know. Like, I just found out, like, when you told me that it was I who, like, killed your dad.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, like, he didn't know.
Yeah.
So he didn't even know why she hated him so much.
Yeah.
So now it is, like, fucked up. Now he's kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
I did you dirty first.
Yeah.
So, and again, I like that because it's like, it makes sense. Like, now he kind of is like, and I also like that she's been mentioning, whenever they have interactions about Paedyn killing his dad, she was like, you hated him. And he's like, yeah, like, should I even be upset he's dead?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like his internal conflict with, like, she did me a favor.
Yeah.
So, I like all this, and I like how Kit is like, I don't know how to even breathe without his instruction. Like, I like the
so
vibe.
Different.
And I like the true trauma that they both feel in these different vibes. But it's just like, again, the application. And there are a lot of good parts. Like, again. Yeah. But I think what's noted and, like, noticeable for us is, like, even their, like, cottage scene, like, the one bed thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remembered it now, like, in passing. But it didn't stick out to me.
A lot of it didn't stick out to me. Except that one Kit chapter. But also, I heard majority rules is that the second book is everybody's least favorite of the series.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's, like, seems, not that, like, it, like, they hate it, but it's just, like, eh. You know
so what's
I mean?
the favorite?
I think it's, like, split between the first and the third.
Okay.
Well, then, actually, I don't remember when I watched this, if it was before.
Because my thing is this, too, right? Sometimes when you're writing a series, kind of like when you're watching a series, you have, like, filler episodes. You have, like, filler books.
Yeah,
like,
you kind of need, like, a bridge story, you know, to get from one to B.
Like, I kind of feel like that's how... I don't want to say it because I'm not going to say it right. I keep forgetting. Can you say it for me?
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Onyx. Is that right?
job.
Okay, thank you. Woo! Onyx Storm, I really feel like was like that. Like, it was still, I thought it was like middle ground, fine, good. People didn't like it, but I think there's 2 more books. Like, she had to just, like, keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. Give the people something.
So, I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know. I think right now, again...
It's probably just, like, it would make sense, though, because, like, usually, you know, if you look at a story beginning, middle, and end, book 2 is going to be, like, that transition period.
Mm-hmm. And here's my thing. Thus far, we're not obviously rating this book yet. We still have a whole half to go. If it was, like, vibe-wise and, like, originality, all that stuff, I'd be giving it 4 stars. The writing is knocking it down to 3 for me.
Yeah.
Like, so, to me... As of right now, it's also getting 3 stars like the first book, but for different reasons. The first book was like, okay, I've seen this before, but like I was like, I like it. It's fun. This book, I'm like, I like all that you're doing and like where you're going with the plot, but like you're doing it not great.
Yeah.
You're a little corny. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. It's very shallow.
Yeah, it's just like, again, it's like he's like a Tumblr boy. Like, get a grip. Like, if this was written, like, if this exact plot was, like, they killed each other's father, Kit still loves her, like, all this stuff, if this was written, like, a little better, I'd be like, holy shit, this is a great idea. Mm-hmm. I don't quite feel that way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, we have roughly, like, 180-ish pages or so to go.
That could happen.
I'm not, like, you know, I'm definitely not, do not finishing it.
No. Never DNF a book.
I mean, I did with Red Queen, but...
I could never. I'd literally drive myself crazy.
I get that.
My OCD will not let me.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm yawning so much. I just think, like, listen.
You bored of me?
No, never. This book, maybe.
Again, an epilogue.
Okay. I'm enjoying this book. When I pick it up, I'm like, okay, like, what's gonna happen?
I just totally spoiled this book for me.
Fine. Do you care, though?
No, because we kind of...
Okay, don't tell me that. Oh. I'm intrigued. So here's my thing. So far, like, cause I feel like this way we're, like, halfway through the series, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like, I enjoy it. It's fine. I wouldn't say, like, oh, you're not gonna finish it, but it's like, I'm not telling my friends to rush out and get it. Which is a cool 3.
Yeah. Like, oh, did you read that book? Oh, yeah, it was good.
That's fine. I would say fine. I wouldn't even say good.
I would say it was good, but I wouldn't, like, elaborate on it forever like I would with, like, a book that I really, liked. You know what I mean? Like, I could just ramble for about fucking Fourth Wing forever.
Yeah, like ACOTAR.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not theorizing about this. Like, it's fine.
No.
I probably won't, like, reread it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool 3 so far. So, I mean...
Also, I feel like the world is definitely much smaller, so there's not much room to theorize.
Which is fine.
You know, like with
I
ACOTAR,
like that.
we have the fucking mass verse now, right? So, like, a lot of theorizing can go on. You know.
And I feel like with this one, again, like, just because of where we're going with, like, literal nonsense, I do feel like this is, like, a good appetizer for Hunger Games. Like, I still feel that way. Like, this is fine. Like, where we're reading it in our podcast lineup, I'm like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to, like, get to the Hunger Games after this. Like, I need, like, a good series after this. You know?
And then what are we going to follow that up with?
I don't know. We don't have that much foresight. We're not that planned, Al. Wish we were, but we're not. Even that is, like, probably the most planned we've been.
Do you think we're going to have, like, a book hangover? That's the only reason why I ask.
No. Because we've read it before.
Yeah, I guess.
So we're fine.
All I keep hearing is they did Haymitch dirty. That's all I keep hearing.
Oh, man. All right. Well, we're going to get to part 2 of this book next week.
Some lukewarm feelings, but, you could still save it in the second half.
That's right.
Hope's not lost.
Which, how are the Knicks doing? Second half of the game. Whatever, bro.
I roll.
It's a New York moment.
Sorry, I really could care less about sports.
Well.
Or basketball. Specifically basketball.
Or this book. So, okay.
Book.
We'll see you next week for the second half of this.
Just an apparition.
Cool 3 book.
Cool 3 book?
Yeah, it's a cool 3.
Oh, cool 3 book. Yeah, it's very mid. Alright, bye.
Bye, guys.